Spinal fusion. Not something everybody wants to talk about, but this is a journey I'm about to embark on. I'm 60 years old now, and for as long as I can remember, I've always had lower back issues and neck issues, so my spine has not been great. As a chiropractor, my job's obviously physical, so leaning forward and moving people has exaggerated the decay. So the reason that I'm going in is because I can't stand for very long times upright before it becomes quite unpleasant. So I can't stand in a queue. Same if I'm going to a shopping center and I'm walking on a flat surface, I can maybe walk for 10 minutes before I actually have to go and sit down. Right, so the treatments I've tried over the years have been, massage, obviously. Over time, I've also gone in where they inject into your facet joints on the side, cortisone and local anesthetic. And in the past, it used to help for about 6 months, and then before the pain would come back again. Then about 6 months ago, I decided that these different interventions weren't actually helping, so I went and saw a pain specialist, and I underwent a procedure called an epidural and facet block. So what that is they take you and you're under general anesthetic, and they then insert the epidural into your spinal column, and then also inject into all the joints going up all the way from the lumbar spine all the way up to the top of your neck here. So realizing that the epidural wasn't going to help, I went to see 3 neurosurgeons, and each of them said I needed a spinal fusion. Wow, why was it going to be so drastic to repair this problem? All I thought would happen was they'd just go in and take like a few little nips and tucks out of the area and then sew me back up again, and it would be over. Having had a look at Dr. Google and YouTube, I decided that this is obviously the path I'm going to have to follow, because there's no other alternative to sort this back out so that I can actually continue with a reasonable quality of life. So having been referred to Dr. Kaluri, who's a neurosurgeon, I went to see him to ask his advice, and being potentially my surgeon, why I had to have fusion and how it would work, and he showed me on my MRIs the issues. So obviously I had a whole lot of questions for him. He explained to me that you've got 5 lumbar vertebrae, and explained to me the intervertebral discs that I have were very squashed. They weren't as plump as they were meant to be, and that was the one problem. The other problem is that my joints on each side are very osteoarthritic, so they've become very thickened, and they are also then pushing on nerves. And because of all this bony changes, it's putting pressure on the nerves around not one particular nerve. Hence, I don't have a typical presentation, which is a nerve going down the leg, that nerve pain going down the leg. Mine is more of a structural, functional problem. Okay, so the procedure. These are your spinous processes, okay? That's the bone you can feel when you feel at the back. So they remove those spinous processes, then they remove the lamina over here as well. They take that bone and they put it into a bone musher on the side here, so it makes a lot of like bone dust, okay? Then they screw into the pedicles, okay? 4 of them. Then a rod gets inserted on this side and on this side, so this whole structure will eventually be completely stable. The bone gets put back over here and over here in the powder form, and over a few years you get that fusion occurring, so your own bone will eventually form new bone. So how do I feel about this? Actually, strangely enough, actually really quite calm and looking forward to it in a way to get it over and done with, believing in the surgeon's capabilities, and I'm ready to go.